Hello everybody, this is Dave here, back with another video. Now up here in the Northeast, we are still in winter. It is technically spring now, but there's still a lot of white stuff out there, and it's basically winter, and it's still winter. But earlier in March, we were able to get away from the winter. We went down to Florida, and I have some video from that trip. Now, the last time we went to Florida, we drove, but this time we decided to fly. And we booked our seats pretty late, so they stuck us on the last seats on the airplane, way in the back of the plane. And this is the view that we had back there. Now, last time we went down to Florida, we stayed with our friend Carol. She has a nice condo there in Fort Myers. And so we asked if we could stay again, but this time she actually arranged for us to have our own condo below hers in the same building where her condo is, but a friend of hers has a condo that was vacant, and so they let us use it, and that was very nice to have our own condo for the week that we were in Fort Myers. Now, this building we were staying in, behind the building was a golf course and a lake and a fountain, and the first morning after we got in, we went back there, and I took my Spark with me. I had my Spark with me along with this Canon G5 camera and my GoPro. But I wanted to fly it back there, and so I did. I flew it over the golf course here and over the lake and towards the fountain. I didn't really get very far. I think I was having some problems or something. But anyway, that was my first attempt. But later we'll come back and try it again. Now, on Sunday, we went along with Carol and her mother, Myrna, to Sanibel Island. And I really wanted to go there. We went to church over there. And then, after that, we went souvenir shopping. There we are in Sanibel Island. We're going to go in here and see what's in here. Jerry's. We're looking for postcards. And some little souvenirs from our stay. Some souvenirs. Postcards. We're looking for postcards. And there are a lot of postcards here.
I need 3 more.
3 more? What did you get? Show me.
Those. Oh, we got the shells. We got kayaking, which we hope to do tomorrow, right?
Yes.
And hope to see these tomorrow while we're kayaking. Maybe some dolphins.
Maybe the dolphins.
They're supposed to be jumping right here across the bridge. And a sunset we hope to see from Carol's Beach.
Yeah.
And some grand herons, is what those are?
All right.
Yeah.
That's the one we're getting.
Right straight across.
We're catching a crab here.
We'll take the other crab now.
Now, while we were on Sanibel Island, I really wanted to go to the lighthouse. There's a lighthouse at the tip of Sanibel Island, and I wanted to fly the drone there. I wasn't sure I'd be able to. Here we are, Sanibel Lighthouse. You can see if it's possible to fly the drone somewhere around here. I don't know. Fortunately, I was able to find a fairly quiet area, not too far from the lighthouse. It's actually shade, too. And you know, when you're flying a drone, it's very nice to be in shade, so you can see the screen of your mobile device. So I was able to fly the drone from that area, and I got a little drone shot of the four of us sitting there. There's the osprey nest that we could see from the drone. And while driving along on Sanibel Island, we passed a rather exotic looking tree.
That is absolutely amazing. And that's a really good specimen.
Yeah, I got it.
Nice. And it's old, very, very old, right?
Gumbo Nimbo. And from Sanibel Island, we drove back to the mainland over the bridge and went to Shell Point, kind of a resort and assisted living area. And we stopped at this golf club there. And behind the building there, it seemed to be a nice place to fly the drone again, to fly my Spark. So I got the Spark out and flew it a bit and found some interesting things to fly over. Now, while walking around that area, in addition to seeing that alligator, we saw this anole. I believe it's called an anole. It's not a gecko, it looks like a gecko, but it's called an anole, and it's related to the iguana. And then when we were driving home, our friend Carol noticed this unusual large flock of white pelicans right near the highway, so we had to pull over and go over there and get some shots of these white pelicans. I got that one. Are you all gonna do that? Oh, the pelican. The cormorant. I don't know. I got these ones. Bye-bye. Come up. Oh, there they go, like UFOs. The next day, we just took a walk around the golf course in our backyard, and we spotted this exotic-looking bird. It's an anhinga, or snake bird. And on another nice sunny day, we had another chance to fly the Spark in the backyard over that golf course. And this time, I flew much, much closer to the fountain, actually flew around the fountain, and showed more of the area. We did get a chance to go kayaking. What we did is we drove to the Lee County Manatee Park, where they have manatees and they also rent kayaks. First we went to this little canal area where you can look at the manatees. You can't really see much, just their backs in the water. So, hopefully in the kayak we might get a little closer. And then after that we rented kayaks and went out to find one ourselves. There's Carol. We're about to have ramming speed. We're about to get the...
Ramming speed!
We're supposed to see manatees, but... no. Here we are, we're kayaking, and we're looking for manatees in Fort Myers, Florida. I think Carol's behind me somewhere.
Yeah, turn it. That's what he got these paddles for you guys for. To make it like
Okay. No trespassing. Authorized vessels only. I guess this vessel isn't authorized. Yeah, very shallow. Now, we did get very close to this blue heron, and I got as close as I could. The water was very shallow there, so we could not get any closer without becoming grounded. Look, you see us? You see us? And we finally did spot a manatee. We tried to get close to him, but I really couldn't see him too well. Now another place nearby that we wanted to fly the drone was this little beach right by the marina there. And our friend Carol thought that would be a great place to fly it, and then she said there's hardly ever any people there. And we did try it one time. We went over there, but there were a few people. But the real problem was that it was extremely windy that day. We went down to that little beach, took some pictures there, and we did manage to get our feet wet, did a little wading there. And there's a nice tower, which is kind of a lighthouse tower there. Took some pictures of that. And on the way back, over the walkway leading over the marina, it was calmer there, so I did try to fly the Spark a little bit. I took it up a little bit, but I was getting error messages and it wasn't flying very well. I was afraid I might lose it, so I did bring it down right away. Now the next day there was a beautiful sunrise. I could see right out the window from our condo, so I went out there and got a few still shots of the sunrise. And one day we had lunch with my brother Steve and his wife Sylvia, and after that we wanted to try to fly the Spark again. And another area that we were hoping to fly it was this place called Bunch Beach. And so we headed to Bunch Beach, parked there in the parking area, and unfortunately, it was extremely windy again, very, very windy. But we walked down the beach a little bit. We're going to fly the drone here, but it is, again, awfully windy. Zoom with this camera. I'm not sure I'm really seeing them.
Yes, pointing to this side.
And we came to this little stream, or little river, going in from the beach. So we went in there a little ways, and it was much calmer. So I did fly the Spark, although not quite as much as I would have liked to. I was quite cautious because of the wind, but I did get a few good shots, a few good aerial views from that location. Now that evening, we went on a nice sunset dinner cruise on this beautiful yacht here. Linda and I went along with Carol, Myrna, her friends, Jean, and Fritz. Pelican. Hello, Pelican. What's that?
Sanibel
Harbour Princess. Right. Oh yeah, when we got on the yacht, everybody getting on the yacht had their picture taken. And here's the picture of us taken at the back of the boat. And you can see, I don't know if you can notice, but behind us there are a couple of dolphins. Not upstairs, up deck.
We don't go upstairs.
No, what do they call it? The decks, of course.
Up deck?
I don't think up deck, but no. Here we go up here. There. This is where they control the ship. We're moving, but nobody's here. They're all upstairs. We're passing a lot of birds.
Economic.
On this little bit of land here. Time for dinner. Sunset cruise. Oh, wow. Wow, a little chilly out here. In front of the boat, just like in Titanic. Ooh. It's over there. Okay, we're heading back to the hotel. Kind of windy tonight. Make sure that I don't fall off the dock here. Well, then it was just time for us to head home. Then we had to get up very early in the morning to get an early morning flight to head back home. The road gate is over there. The sun is just coming up. Just coming up just now. We're gate C7. C7, and we're going to fly to LaGuardia Airport in New York, and then change to a plane that takes us to Boston. And about over a foot of snow.
We're riding on boosted boards.
Yes, we got the very slow-moving boosted boards.
Thank you very much.
Now down the jetway.
Priority on every flight is safety. So before we depart, we'll be giving a brief safety demonstration. Be sure all carry-on items are securely stowed in an overhead bin.
Food court. We're in LaGuardia Airport right now. There's the food court. C30. So we must be the next one.
Beyond this store,
Yep. There she is.
Attention to the camera, this is private immediate boarding call for now. Flight number 31 contact service for Auditor. All security personnel.
We are in Boston. Our plane has landed. Bye. And it's cold move in Boston. And there's a lot of white stuff. Well, I can't see it here. But there's a lot of white stuff out there. Back again, where we belong. Right. Here we are. And when we got into Boston, we took Logan Express, which is a bus service that goes from the airport to nearby our town to Framingham. And fortunately, we have a friend, Melanie, who was able to pick us up at the Logan Express stop and drive us home. Thanks, Melanie. Well, of course, we were hoping that after being in Florida for a week, when we got back here, that spring would be here and we would start having nice weather. But unfortunately, winter is still very much what's going on in this part of the country. So when we got home, we got on that bus, we passed this parking lot with a mountain of snow. Well, we're home, and as you can see, we're not in Florida anymore. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little video from our adventures in Florida. Back home now, and I'm sure I'll come up with a new video at some point in the future. I might wait till the weather gets nice, and I've done some snow things, and I think I've done enough of that stuff. I've seen enough of snow, so I probably won't get my Spark out until the weather gets nicer. As a matter of fact, I had to return my remote control to DJI because it was malfunctioning. It wouldn't charge, so I returned that, so I don't have it right now. But I'm sure it'll be returned in short order, and when the weather gets nice, I'll be out there again. So come back then, and hopefully I'll have something interesting for you. Bye now.